Hey, everybody, this is Adam Strum, and we're about to go cruising into a better financial future with your host, Kim Cruz. Hey, everybody, it's time to go cruising into a better financial future with your host, Kim Cruz.
Hello, I am Kim Cruz. I'm a wife, a mom, daughter, sister, friend, entrepreneur, and business owner of Cruz Credit Consulting, but not necessarily in that order. I have over 30 years experience in corporate America and a passion for helping people succeed in all areas of life. And I'm joined by my friend Adam Strum, who is actually the brains behind this production. Adam?
That would be me. I'm Adam Strum. I'm co CEO of US Financial Alliance. I am the owner of Financial Rescuers and the owner of On Target Strategies, helping people get their financial life in order and helping small businesses get their foothold so that they can have a long and fruitful business life.
And together we review our listeners' financial problems and address them with our experience, tips, tricks, and resources of network referrals to help you cruise into a better financial future.
Well, Kim, I did the unthinkable and I went exploring in the state of Florida.
And you found an
Um, uh,
amazing
well,
guest.
I found a lot of wastewater, but when I got away from the wastewater, I found some people who are very much into network marketing and growing their own life and their own business and saving money while doing it, which
Mhm.
is kind of backwards when you think about it. Usually, to run a business, you have to spend a lot of money, not save a lot of money. And then I said, well, who can I talk to about this? And, I work with hundreds of attorneys nationwide. And turns out that there was an attorney that was doing this, saving money while expanding her own business. And so what I told her is, you have to come on our show. And in Florida, you're allowed to pull a gun for any reason at all. And so with that being the case, I grabbed Maya Calev and I told her she's going to be on our show. And she agreed even without the gun, which is a wonderful thing. So we have Maya Calev, who's representing the Life Super app, which is not only a way to save money on your travel and restaurants and things you spend on anyway in all the stores you already shop in, but on top of that, it's also a business opportunity for introducing that same savings to others. And if they come on board, they will add to your network. Now, much like the old MLMs, it's a bit antiquated in its payout structure. However, I know people and I've met people, including Maya, who are making a decent living just doing this, and it gives them back their family life, and the work-life balance gets a little easier.
Yep.
In
Yep.
addition to all this, and she's going to talk much more about it, but I want her to know that I did take the time to understand it. On top of everything else, the Life Super app offers separate platforms for financial education, for family growth, and helpful tips and tricks for family life. It's an all-in-one. That's why it's called a super app. It's an all-in-one place to get almost everything you need to be successful in one spot. So let me introduce my guest from Florida, former real estate attorney, now working the Life Super app, Maya Calev.
Thank you. Thank you for introduction. Man, I need to have you introduce me everywhere I go. That was phenomenal. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. We're honored to have you as our guest this week because we're all about trying to save people money and helping people explore business opportunities.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm super excited to have you on, Maya. So thank you for agreeing to join us. And I am really looking forward to hearing more about what you have to say. And I
Yeah,
know we've
and
shared some questions that Adam and I get from some of our clients, and you are the perfect person to be able to answer them. But before we do that, Adam found a really great article that ties into everything that we're doing today. So, Adam, I'm going to let you tell us about the article, and then us girls can chime in on it.
That's right, Kim. While searching the internet for ways for households to cut expenses, I came across this article. And it's all about what we would call warrior tips to
Mhm.
cutting your expenses. They're not just your simple, buy a different brand of water or go to Costco or, all the simple tricks everyone knows. These are These are cutting to the bare bones without losing what you need to have in your household. For instance, a lot of people have a T-Mobile cell phone. And what they don't realize is by switching to Metro PCS, which is run by T-Mobile and has the same exact network, and they allow you to bring any phone that works on the T-Mobile network to Metro, you can cut your bill by about half. So these are life-saving, money-saving hacks on spending. How to cut your cable bill, how to cut almost everything that you're spending monthly money on, other than your mortgage or rent, because there's really no way around those. But this article deals with cutting those expenses so that you can start, and it even says so you can start saving toward the future, which we've had several episodes about. Experts like Andre Baraka and Kiana Scott have been on to tell us about how important it is, even if you only put $1 a day into your future savings,
Yes.
you will have a chance at retiring without having to work. So that's what the article's about, and I'd like to pass it around and see what both of you thought after reading it. Why don't we start with our guest, and then we'll have Kim give the last word. Maya?
Sure. I love that article. The article really spell it out what we're trying to teach the people that are on our app. It basically say, you know, a few things. One, it says you have to cut where you can, go over your budget. We say for the next 30 days, write down what you every penny that you come out of your pocket, write it down so you know where your money goes, and then see where you can cut. The one thing that is important that they haven't talked about that I feel very strongly about is investing in yourself. So yes, keep as much as you can of what you make. So we say generally, if you can 10%, that would be great to keep. Put it on the side. We call it U Inc. So invest in U Inc. Think yourself as electric bill or a mortgage or one of those bills that you need to pay. U Inc. come first. So U Inc. is your electricity bill, if you will. Pay yourself first and then pay everybody else. So that's important. And the other aspect that I really want to touch about is invest in yourself, not just money wise, invest in yourself in education. When you invest yourself in education, you grow yourself, you make yourself the opportunity to make more income. You make more income, it's easier. I always say it's easier to keep more when you make more. As you grow yourself, you'll become more and more, more and more required by the industry. Wherever you're at, you can basically progress and maybe earn more. And so that's the things I wanted to cover. But I love that idea of, see where you can cut, and that money, that lump sum, keep and save and then we have the whole investment pyramid, how you investing, but we can go over it if
Diversity, diversity, diversity. But we'll get to
yes.
that after. Go ahead,
Yes.
Kim, you're up.
Well, Maya, you're exactly right. And you give some excellent pointers in addition to what the article said. And Adam, you're also right. That article reminded me of Kiana, that you have to budget. That was our guest on budgeting. If you don't have a roadmap as to where you're going, you're going to get lost. So you need to figure out exactly what you're doing. And it can be ugly. It can be really ugly when you take a look and you look at your expenses and you're spending $80 a month or possibly a week at Starbucks, or $1,000 a month dining out. I mean, those are huge
Yeah.
things that you just do because you have the money to do it, but you're not really looking at the nitty gritty and what you're actually spending. So
You're
the
trading
article is
you're
great.
trading your future for your now.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
And it also reminded me of Andre Baraka, who talked about finances aren't sexy. Going out to the lavish dinners, that can be sexy. Having a remodeled kitchen, that can be sexy. But
Mhm.
when you don't have any money for your future, that's not sexy. And those
Right.
aren't things that can be seen from the outside, because everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses and everybody wants to drive the nice car and have
Right.
everybody be in envy of them.
Yeah.
But
To quote Andre, taking $100 to the bank and handing it to a teller to put in your money market account, not sexy,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
it's important.
It is.
And there are so many ways that you can save money. And this article is just the very tip of the iceberg as to the
Sure.
things that you can save money on. I mean, I had to look at all the subscriptions that my kids have. I have three boys, and we're paying for Netflix, we're paying for HBO Max, we're paying for the gaming things and all the streaming videos. And I went, wait a minute, why are we paying for all of this when I'm paying for the most expensive cable subscription? That's just
Wow.
ridiculous. So let's take a look and let's see. And it just adds up when you think, oh,
Mm.
it's just $6.99 a month. It's just $9.99 a month. It's $15.99 a month. But when
Right.
you add it all up, you can really save quite a bit of money. So
All of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's $500 a month in nine ninety
Yes.
nines and 15.99s and twenty nine
Correct.
ninety nines.
yep.
Now
Yeah, and
it's
I want to jump and just give one little tip that we always mention is the 24-hour rule. There's some people who are just go and spend on like big lavish things that they think that they want. And then it's just somewhere, thrown away. So we always say if it's something big and you choose what is a big, investment or purchase, and just take 24 hours and think about it. And then, Susie Orman said, make sure it's something that you need and not just something that you want. But we don't say that. We say it's okay to want, but make sure you want it. Make sure
this
that
is one of
you
my
want it.
gripes. This is one of my gripes with Susie and with Dave Ramsey.
Yeah,
I argue with them on a regular. Kim knows I argue with them on a regular basis because their strategies are geared toward people that make a lot of money, not people that make just a little bit of money.
right.
And
But this
so
is a
we need
great, I think,
strategies for the $30,000 a year household
yeah,
that work,
yeah.
and that's what this article is all about.
Right. Yes. And we talk to people who actually don't make that whole lot of money, but those strategy can go, for variety of income. But I think that the 24-hour rules is just an amazing rule
Oh,
that
I agree.
saves
I
you
think it's
a
a
lot of
great
money.
rule.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yep.
a
Just
great
think
rule. Don't
about it.
impulse buy. Impulse buying gets people in trouble.
True.
The big screen TV will be at Walmart tomorrow.
Yes, it will
So
be.
you know what? You go home, you take a look. Can I really afford to spend the $800 or $900 on a
Right.
new TV?
Right. And the other thing that the 24 hours gives you, and it doesn't have to be 24 hours, it could be more, that it gives you time to research, check it out, see if there's places that you can get the same product and pay less, or maybe a better product and pay the same amount of money. Just make
Also,
sure that
yep.
you buy
Also,
the
check the consumer reports and find out if the product is what you think it is.
exactly
Do these TVs die 4 months down the road for everyone who buys them? Does that
true.
car, have 26 recalls you don't know about? Or
Exactly.
financial fitness, though, which is part of the program you're about to talk about in about 10
Yes.
seconds, mentions You Inc. in it in a different format. It also mentions about three of the things that we talked about. Financial fitness is one of the programs available to you on this incredible Life Super
Right.
app. And I'm gonna give Maya free reign here for about 4 or 5 minutes just to tell you a little
Wow.
bit about what she does every day and how she's winning friends and influencing people, as Dale Carnegie would say, by helping them save money and possibly even start a new business that'll give them back some of their life again.
Right. So, again, I want to explain a little bit how this app came about because I think it is important to know what's the reason behind it. And so, the app or the life leadership started from the financial fitness program that we were talking about. And they grow tremendously. They made great amount of money. What I love about the financial fitness program, again, we were talking about David Ramsey and Susie Orman, which is great. It's the defense part is how to keep more money of what you make, kind of how to get out of debt, how to stay out of debt, how to be financially fit, which is great. It's kind of live on rice and beans and rice for variety.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the Dave Ramsey method right there.
Yes, but what this program is about is the wholesome part. So it's also the offense. It's also talking and explain to you about how to bring more money in, because as I mentioned before, it's easier to keep more when you make more. So it's important to have both front taken care of. So not just bringing more money, because we all know a lot of people make a lot of money but don't keep any of it. And also we know some people who can keep some, but it's hard for them because they don't make enough. So I love that program. It teaches you the offense, the defense, and the play field about finance. So that's how it started about 9 years ago. And then Orrin Woodward and Chris Brady, the founders of the Life Super App, got to the conclusion that they're not reaching enough people, and that's what they want to have as legacy. They want to teach people how to be financially fit and how to develop themselves to be better where they at. And so they created the Life Super App because they made the decision that we need to give people not just what they need, but what they want. So we're hoping we'll give them what they want. What you mentioned, we have 300 stores and restaurants that gives us cash back everywhere we shop and eat at. All the big chains that you're all familiar with, the Chili's, the Cheesecake Factory, the Burger
Kohl's. I know Kohl's is on the app.
Kohl's is the big one. Best Buy, Walmart joined in, Instacart. Instacart you can shop everywhere in Costco, Target.
Well, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're not shopping on Instacart though. Someone is doing it for you.
True. So you get to shop online and somebody will bring it to you.
Yes.
And you get some money back for it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
intrigued because those are all my favorite stores. So
Yes. So they put that in, and as we grow, more and more merchants wants to join in. I mean, there's talk about variety of, I can't say who they are, but big one that we're all familiar with are in process to come in as well. So we continuously grow the benefits on the app. We have coupons from many, many stores beyond those that are already our merchants that give us amazing coupons. We have Groupon is part of the app, so you get
Groupon partners with the app, if I'm not mistaken.
you get cash back on Groupon whenever you shop. So you have the cool deals about Groupon, and you get some cash back. And the resorts that you mentioned. So we also added have fun, right? Because people want to have fun, they want to make money, they want to have fun. So we added 10,000 resorts. There's 12,000 resorts, which are timeshare. I don't know if you're familiar with timeshare, but you basically drop a lump sum at the table and then you pay cleaning fees on a monthly or yearly basis. Well, we contracted with 10,000 out of the 12,000, and we get to stay there like the owners for their cleaning fees. So a resort that will cost you $6,000, fancy five-star resort in Cancun, Mexico, will cost you on our app $300 for 7 nights, include taxes. I mean, hotel costs more on a nightly basis. So really great deals, phenomenal thing. And the education part, all part of the app. You don't pay any extra, which again will help you become. So all of this is basically to help you live great life, but save while you're doing it. So that's basically the app. Of course, there's an income opportunity for everybody who is interested in it. It's a phenomenal opportunity, very low cost to join. And the opportunity is just, I love the fact in opportunities, we always say you need to look at, what is the downside and what is the upside. The downsides in with our app is very, very minimal. It's I call it like it's a nice evening dinner type of,
It's not a super expense. It's
it's not
a minor expense, but it opens a lot of
minor
doors.
minor expense. And we, in business, Orrin mentioned it, Orrin Woodward, again, the founder and top bestseller in New York Times, um, always ask, well, what is the downsides and what's the upsides when you go into a business? So as we mentioned, downside is very low and the upside is basically limitless. You know, you can get to the point in our actually in the Life Super app, you can be an owner, which is actually like never you never get that opportunity in almost any other businesses unless you're, you know, own your own business. How many CEOs, you know, there are. So
Mhm.
that's basically what I love about it. It's open to anybody, everybody can do it. It'll work for you if you work at it.
And
Okay.
we also had, this leads into another segment that we had about a tax strategist and the tax strategies that you have available to you
Got
when
it.
you own your own business. So to me,
Yep.
right now, this sounds like you own your own business. So that the initial investment is automatically a deduction,
Right.
plus you're saving money in owning your own business.
And
So
as
Right.
long as you're, and as per the same guest, Courtney Epps, as long as you're attempting to earn an income from it, you get a
Right.
lot of tax write-offs.
Right. Correct.
Now, I'm going to
Correct.
sidebar for 1 minute because I think we need to do one of our little educational sidebars here, Kim. We keep talking about cutting costs. We did it with the article and we're doing it with the Life Super app. Everyone has to know that cutting is one way to try to save money, but cutting alone will never get you where you're going. Just like with the government, we have these, two sides. One that says cut every program, cut, 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 and then but there'll never be money because the more you cut, the less you have.
Right.
So you have to do both. You must cut some costs. You must
Mm-hmm.
generate more revenue at the same
Right.
time.
Right.
That is the only
yep.
way, economically speaking. And remember, economics is my expertise. Economically speaking, whether you're a household, a government, a business, it doesn't matter. Both things must be true. You must be cutting wasteful spending, and
Yes.
wasteful spending has to be defined well in advance before you even go looking at what you're spending.
Sure.
And you must generate more revenue. I have proven in a very simple, and I'm going to do it for you now, in a very simple 2 minute, that I can spend my way out of debt. That sounds
Okay.
counterintuitive, right? Doesn't that
Okay.
sound counterintuitive? Like, how do you do that? Spending creates more debt.
I know.
Not necessarily. All right. So I live in Arizona, right? And I have about 40 houses on my block. And all of them have these little square front lawns in front of them. And I'm in debt. I owe $10,000 in credit card debt. And I have no money. I mean, my budget is cut to the bare bones already. There's nothing, unless I starve myself, I cannot possibly uh, cut anymore. I've cut everything I can. I have just a cell phone, electricity, no cable, and my rent. And that's pretty much it. That's
Mhm.
all my bills. Well, I go down to my local bank. I have good credit because I've never missed a payment or anything like that. And I take out a $5,000 loan and I go buy a riding mower. I then knock on the 40 doors on my block. Now I have 5,000 in debt to the bank I just added to my 10. So now
Mhm.
I owe 15,000. But I managed to find that 1 in 4 or 10 of the 40 houses on my block will pay me $40 each week to use my riding mower to trim their lawn.
Mhm.
Well, now I just spent my way
Right.
and created $5,000 worth of more debt. But now I'm going to get an extra $500 every week for mowing these 10 lawns, which will take me all day on my Saturday, but worth
Mhm.
it because in just 10 short weeks, I will have paid off that 5,000. And
Mhm.
20 more weeks, which is 30 weeks total, I will have paid off the 10,000 in credit card debt I had before I started. So now I went and spent $5,000 I didn't have. I didn't have it, but I
Right.
spent it and I just spent my way out of debt because now I don't have the 10,000 or the 5,000 and I have a new income stream. And
Right.
now I can go get cable TV or satellite if I want. So you can spend your way out of debt if you do it wisely. It's
Right.
not regular spending, it's investment spending.
Right.
And that's
Correct.
what
Investment.
governments do. So I really, I've debated this on stages at ASU and NYU.
Mhm.
When I came, when I lived in New York, I've debated economics with some very high level people,
Mhm.
and they don't bring it down to the level that people can understand it. Everyone will bring up things like the government spent $38 million to find out the effects of lipstick on a whale. Well, that sounds really bad, like they're flushing money down a toilet, but they're not.
Yeah.
that $38 million employed several thousand people working on that project. And what they found out was there was a better form of chemotherapy for certain types of cancer because of the way lipstick reacted on a whale. So, when you just read the headline and you don't read the story, you're
Right.
missing out on a lot.
Yep.
The government does waste a lot of money, but that waste actually generates money at the same time. They're not just flushing it down the toilet. There are two ways you can go, and I'm not going to mention Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal. That has nothing to do with it. There are two possible ways the government can earn money. One is to tax and spend. The other is to spend and spend. Now, if you spend and spend, you're digging a hole. There's no way
Right.
out of that.
Yep.
So the only way a government can stay solvent and take care of its people is to tax and spend, but to do it wisely. And that's our little sidebar on economic theory and teaching for this week. And if anyone disagrees who's viewing our videos, please, I'd love to have you on so we can debate it on one of our shows. I do know what I am talking about. I am really, really good when it comes to economics, which is why I love having Maya on this week, because the financial fitness program offered in the Life Super app actually takes exactly what I just taught just now into account.
Right.
It's not about just cutting, and
Right.
there'll be money to save, because, like I said, the more you cut, the less you have, and therefore, if you have less, you're not going to be putting money away.
Mhm.
But financial fitness says it's good to reward yourself by buying
Yes.
that big screen TV, provided it has a value beyond just sitting on your counter.
Right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I know the financial fitness program. I've done a little studying. I don't believe in having a guest on where I don't know what you are offering and what you do.
That's
So,
great.
with that being said, I'm going to toss this over to Kim, because we have 5 dynamite questions for you, Maya, that we hope are going to help you even explain more about what you were just talking about, and we'll
Sure.
chime in as well. I think we're going to have a lot of fun over the next 35 minutes while we go over these questions, because they deal with what you did. I mean, you were a full-time attorney,
Yes.
and now you are a full-time mom and a full-time wife and a
Yes.
full-time human being again. You've escaped corporate America, like Katrina
I
Roddy would
was a
say.
human being before, Adam.
Yes, I know, but when you're working in corporate America, a lot of your humanity gets sucked out of you, because you have rules you have to
Yes.
follow, whether you believe in them or not. Kim and I
True.
have discussed this. You have to give up some of your morality in order to perform the way the owners of whatever company you're working for want you to perform. But you
True.
don't have that anymore. That's no longer a concern, because you decide how much you work, how little you work, and how much
Right.
you earn and how little you earn.
Right.
And so we've chosen questions that we've received from viewers and people who come to our businesses about what you're doing. Not the Life Super app, but what you do as an entrepreneur.
Yes. That's great.
All right. So Kim, take over. I'm going to zip the lip for a few and let the boss babes take over the show.
So I too am a corporate runaway. I run away from a 30-year corporate America career. So I'm
Wow.
excited to be doing what I'm doing and to find out more about what you do. So
Yes.
let me toss out one of the questions that Adam and I have received. And this
Mhm.
is actually from Trudy in Nevada. And she wants to know, is network marketing truly a lucrative opportunity? And I'm going to let you answer that first.
Yes. Well, I always like to answer the every question with a short answer. So the short answer is yes. So now I'll explain. So it's a great opportunity. It can be lucrative. Again, as I mentioned before, the downside is very low. The upside is limitless. So yes, I've met a lot of people in this industry, in the Life app and outside the Life app. So in variety of different network marketing that replace their income with network marketing. So for instance, my mentor, he's doing tremendously with the Life Super app. And he used to run 17 businesses. He actually, the last business was very successful. He had a real estate successful business. He left a lot of equity and went to do the Life app, and it replaced everything and then some. So the short answer is yes, of course. But in like every other business, that I think that it's very important to reiterate, you have to work at it. A lot of people don't understand that, you don't just sign the dotted line, pay a little bit of money, and now you're a multimillionaire. You need to work at it. So if you work at it, it will provide. It is a lucrative opportunity, and so I will hope you join us, Trudy. It's an amazing gig for sure.
Yeah.
Adam, go ahead and give your
Sure.
5 cents.
No, I'm going to stick to 2 cents. It's real simple. Network marketing is for real. We've discussed on previous episodes how to identify bad network marketing and good network marketing. So I'm not going to go
Okay.
into that. You guys go in the library and find it. We've talked with other network marketers.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to say today is something different, something we haven't really talked about. When it comes to network marketing, you need two things to be successful. You need drive.
Mm-hmm.
You have to want to inspire yourself to go to work, because there's no boss yelling at you if you're 5 minutes late saying, hey, you've got to be here on time. So you need drive, number one, if you're going to make
Absolutely.
network marketing work. And you need to have no fear of talking to people. You need to get out and meet people
Right.
and talk to people. Network marketing starts with network. And there's no network if you're not talking to people. The reason why Maya's mentor, who's from my neck of the woods, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
he's
Sure.
about 6 miles from my office, to be honest.
Yes.
Um, he knows tens of thousands of people that he's met through his career and running those
Right.
17 businesses. It was just natural for him to be able to drop it and move in. And not everybody can do what he did, because not everybody
Right.
has the following he has. But
Right.
everybody has friends, and those friends have
Right.
friends.
Friends.
And I'm not saying that you should do what the old Amway thing is, go home and make a list of everyone you ever knew and call them and tell them how great this is. Not necessarily. You can pick and choose,
Mm-hmm.
but you must expand your first circle in network marketing to a decent number. 10 or 20 is a really decent number for most network
Mm-hmm.
marketing programs. And
Mm-hmm.
if you can just find 10 people that you think would want to have the same opportunity, from those 10, your downline and your tree will grow exponentially. Because if
Correct.
each one of them does what you did, even half of what you did,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have a network that can replace a regular, simple corporate America job pretty
Right.
easily. Kim, you're learning this through Credit Cleaner. It's starting to grow. It's like you planted that
Oh my
seed about two
gosh.
months
Yes.
ago, and
Yep.
you already have a very small baby, not a bonsai, but a small baby tree, and branches keep popping out like every other
Yep.
day.
Yep.
Maya has grown her network. She has a pretty
Yep.
big network in the Life Super app.
Well, I'm still
It's not
growing.
generating millions, but it's
Nope.
generating an income that keeps her from having to go back to doing her attorney work, except
Hmm.
when necessary.
When
And that's for any
somebody
attorney.
makes me. But
Yeah,
I do want to jump just something that you mentioned, that, we do take people who are scared. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to say, "Oh, I'm kind of scared to pick up the phone." That's where we are. I mean,
coaching.
that's
Yep,
how we here. We're here to help you. That's the cool thing about owning this type of business, is that you get mentoring and you get
Exactly.
team
Yep.
that works together. So if you're kind of like
coaching, mentoring, you get all these things included,
anti,
and it's no longer involves the phone anymore. You can
right?
do what we're doing right now and
Yeah.
Right.
bring your mentor with you to
Mm-hmm.
introduce somebody to whatever it is you're marketing through your network. Zoom
Exactly.
meetings have become the norm now. That's one of the bonuses of the pandemic, is it's easier to present things to people than ever before.
Right.
Right. And
Kim,
Right.
I
you're up.
think,
Go ahead.
well, I think in this pandemic, network marketing has just absolutely exploded because people
Right.
are at home. Some people have lost their job. Some people are looking for new ways of income. And
Mm-hmm.
this is a perfect way to do this. And statistics do show that women that are multimillionaires have
Mm-hmm.
done it through network marketing. That's
True.
how most of the millionaire business women have made their money.
Yeah.
But it is hard work. It is very, very hard work. You
Yes.
can definitely make a lucrative income if you're willing to put the time in,
Mm-hmm.
but you also get to work on your own time because you are your own boss. And
Sure.
for me, I've been in network marketing for over 20 years and I've
Hmm.
dabbled in different companies. And in order to be successful, you have to choose a company that you believe in and something that you're
Yes.
passionate about.
Yes.
And all it is sharing the information with your network or people that you come across. Social
Or
media
people that
is
need whatever the product or service is that you're network
ex-
marketing. It
Sure.
doesn't necessarily have
exactly
to be people who want the opportunity, but people who want the product are just as important.
it,
Of course.
absolutely, absolutely. And
Of
that's
course.
why I love what I do, is because I am not hounded to build a team. I have built a very, very successful business with the foundation of a network marketing company. So
Hmm.
at the bottom, I have a network marketing company, but it's because of the service that I provide to my clients, not because I'm building a team. But
Hmm.
I can talk to people about what I'm doing who want to do the same thing. So
Right.
I think I kind of
Absolutely.
have the best of both worlds with what I
Maya,
Hmm.
do.
Maya, I'm going to tell you a secret. Kim has two network marketing companies that she's expanding through at the moment.
Phenomenal. That's
Not one, and
phenomenal.
both are actually expanding at the same time.
Wow.
So, one
That's
is, as
amazing.
you can see, Cruise Credit Consulting, which goes through
Hmm.
one network, and then of course our newest marketing platform. She is a big part of the rollout on our newest marketing platform.
Yeah.
She's a
Amazing.
bigger part of it than I've been, and I helped get it
Mhm.
started.
Yeah,
So
and
I give Kim a
that's the
lot of
cool.
credit.
Yeah, that's the
And
cool thing about it. We grow as a team, and so someone sometimes grow faster, the other, and it everybody come up together. So
A
it's
rising tide raises every ship in the
every
water.
And the funny thing
absolutely.
is that both of these kind of morphed into their own companies on
Hmm.
their own, and they've just kind of they've taken off. And I'm really excited for where things are going. So, but
Yes.
with that, let's get into the next question that I believe Adam had one of his
Uh,
clients, Lester in Wisconsin. Is it true that network marketing can give you back time with your family?
all right, I'll go first because this is going to be really short. I'm going to do a Maya Calev here.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so let me explain the yes really briefly. When you become a network marketer, it's incredibly important to budget not your money, but your time.
Yes.
Now, when I say budget your time, I don't mean it's going to eat up all your time. I mean, you need to separate your network marketing from your quote unquote job, from your family. These three things all take up your time every day. And if you budget your time properly, you're going to be able to spend more time with your family than you did before. As your network grows and that middle
Mhm.
part, your job, becomes less and less valuable, your family will take the number two spot. And eventually, and this is the fact, your family will take the number one spot, your
Right.
network marketing will take the number two spot, and
Right.
there won't be a number three spot anymore.
Right.
I agree with
And
that.
now I'll pass the ball to whichever one of you wants to pick it up.
I will pick up the ball. You know,
Run with it, Maya.
so
Run with it.
Adam, you did
Make
an
the Gators
amazing
proud.
you did an amazing job explaining it. But yes, so the short answer, as Adam said, is yes, definitely. Um, we always say that you do it on the side. That's the cool thing about this kind of opportunity is, again, you can continue, and we suggest that you continue working at your job and do this after. So, do it as a side thing. As you grow this, you will be able to substitute your income. And then as you grow it more, you can take, a little step back and focus on your family. So there's a big story actually in our company. A lady, she had credit repair business, by the way, and she was able to grow her business. In one of the days, she got a horrible call, or her son got in a horrible accident, 10 hours away drive, and she basically dropped everything and she drove away, and the business continued on going. The live business continued going without her. She's still taking care of him, till this day. And that basically shows you, and she basically said, if I had not had the opportunity to go with the Life app, I would have continued my business just as a credit repair. It would have been extremely hard to do that, to drop everything and just go and take care of them and not do anything else. So yes, there is life and family balance. A lot of people left their previous jobs, and there a lot of people, some people like to do homeschooling, so now they have the opportunity to do homeschooling for their kids.
Right.
So yes, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I agree with everything that both of you said. It does take a lot of hard work and balancing, and you have to have your calendar. I have my calendar all color coded with what time I'm doing everything down to what time am I making dinner.
I just
Right.
spray
Um,
painted on my wall these days. There's no room left on my calendar. So I was like, I woke up this morning to bright yellow on my ceiling that said Maya Calev, 9 a.m. And
and
Yeah,
there are sacrifices, time sacrifices that you
sure.
need to make when you are owning your own business, but
Hmm.
you get to do it on your own time. And I will never
Yes.
forget that I missed one of my son's presidential awards for academics when he was in grammar school because I had to work at corporate America.
Hmm.
And I got laid off the following week. And I just thought, I need to work on my terms. I need to work when and I can replace my six-figure income with doing it on my own terms. So I
Hmm.
love what I do. I love what this opportunity affords me to balance my time. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Can it
Right.
be done? Yep. It's just a
Yes.
skillful budget, time budget as well.
Yes.
So
And this way, by the way, to create um, momentum with the amount of time you have. So we do house plans, we call it. So you just call everybody and get them all. Well, now it's sometimes Zoom plans, but you get them all in one spot in one or 2 days, and bring your mentor or whoever brought you in, and they'll come and they show the plan and they sign everybody up. So now your
like the
business.
old Tupperware parties.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they did it right. And so, yeah, utilize your time the best way, get everybody in one spot at one time. And then you're at the position that now you're helping others. So you do the same thing with others. They help you, you help them utilize their time the best,
Okay.
to get the
I'm
most.
going to give away a secret. I'm going to give away the biggest financial secret on earth.
Okay.
You'll never be financially independent until you're doing something that provides you residual income.
Right.
It is impossible because, as we all know, life happens. It's one of my backgrounds during shows. It's going to be up on
yep,
my screen in a couple of seconds now because I'm about to
Yes.
point it out. When you least expect it, like the woman in the credit repair business, and I hope her
Right.
son improves and gets
He
better.
is. He
But
is.
like that woman, she had built up a residual income.
Right. Right.
She had built up people that are paying every single month, and she's making a commission on that every month's payment. And
Right.
so when she needs to take that month off to care for her son, or one of us needs to take a month off to care for a spouse, or
Right.
something happens to us and we're in the hospital for a month because we needed gallbladder surgery or whatever the case may be.
Right.
If you have residual income, yes, your business will slow a little bit during that month,
Hmm.
but your income won't change. And when
correct.
you get back, you can start resetting the momentum. And you may have a couple of slower months, but you won't have any zero months like corporate America will force you
Right.
into.
Right.
Um, that's the great part.
Right.
Residual, you the greatest strategists in history when it comes to being millionaires and billionaires say you need 7 streams of income,
Hmm.
and 2 of those streams must be residual income. And
Yes.
that second part is the part they leave out. Everybody knows, everybody's heard of, or they've heard from someone else. You should have 7 streams of income. But everybody forgets the second part of that, which is 2 of those streams should be residual income, which
Hmm.
means income that's already been built, that you're not even
Right.
building anymore, that's just coming to you every month, regardless of whether you work it, you don't work it.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's the big secret. And I think we have another question coming.
We do. We have a question from Joanne in Alaska.
Yeah.
Aren't all
Err.
network marketing plans just fancy pyramid schemes?
Oh, I love that question. Never asked it ever before. I'm just joking, obviously. And the short answer is no, it's not a pyramid scheme. So I actually took the liberty, I always have those, to hear a little bit what people who are very successful and very rich in variety of industry think about networking marketing. So for instance, I'm sure you're familiar with Bill Gates. He actually was quoted saying, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. Warren Buffett, by far one of the richest person
Yep.
on earth, said
Good
after
old Berkshire Hathaway.
right after purchasing a network marketing company, he called it the best investment he ever had, and he is the investment father, I think.
Yep.
Um, Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, he is a successful businessman, said, I'm often asked if network marketing is a pyramid scheme. So he just talks directly about it. My reply is that corporation really are pyramid scheme. A corporation has only one person at the top, generally the CEO, and everyone else below. If I lost everything and had to start again, I would find myself a great network marketing company and get to work. And so this is an amazing industry. Pyramid is basically a geometric, we all know a geometric, life happens, be prepared. I love that. It's basically what we're all familiar with. Everywhere everybody else work is a pyramid. There's a CEO, there's a VP, a few director of marketing, director of operation, and then
And there's
everybody.
managers, and then there's workers, and
Yeah,
every level gets bigger at
every
the
level
bottom.
below. And the question you need to ask is, what are your chances to be the CEO? Well, in most corporations, slim to none.
Right.
Slim to none. In this industry, you can, in our company, for sure, you can become an owner. So if you work at it, you can be at the top. I think what people asking is about illegal
Pyramid
network
scheme.
marketing. That's what they're referring to as pyramid scheme. And so what you need to check is if it's only an income-based opportunity, then it's a problem, then it's illegal. But if the product or the platform or the service that the network marketing provide is consumed by regular consumer, not just people who are interested in the income, then it's a legit network marketing. We always say, check the compensation plan. It's very, very important to check the compensation plans. Ours is phenomenal, but check it out and
Right.
see.
Yours pays the residuals and the commissions
Correct,
separately, along with bonuses along the way as you grow your
correct,
network.
correct.
It's a
So
it's a
ours
comprehensive plan.
Yes, so our play pays more than 70% to the field, down to the field. Our founders, our owners make money the same way I make money, and the people that I brought in make money. And then just like a little caveat about, how much money those our industry makes. So just so you know, for instance, professional football, we all know the NFL, they make about 10 billion a year. Music industry is about 15 billion a year. The movie industry, which I think had a little bit rough year, is
Hooray
about
for Hollywood.
about 88 billion a year. And so, and network marketing is about between 178 to 190 billion dollars a year. So it's a very, very lucrative business to be in. So I hope I answered the question.
We did it, Kim. We
Yeah.
dragged Maya the lawyer out of the network marketing show.
You did a
I
phenomenal
object.
job. You did a phenomenal job of answering that question, and I don't think I can add anything else because
Overruled. Um,
corporate America is a pyramid. So the more
Yeah.
money I made, the more money my boss made, the more money my boss made, the more money her boss made. It's
Correct.
just, that's the way corporate America is structured as well. So
Right.
I rather be making money for myself.
Right. For
So
sure.
totally agree with you. Adam, anything else to add?
No, let's get on to the next question because I think what I would say applies to both the one we just answered and the one that's coming up.
Okay. So it's from Leonard in Utah. Can network marketing prepare me for owning my own business? Oh,
I love
Kim,
that
go first.
question.
When you do the horse shack, you have to go first.
That's what I do. I found a company that I was passionate about. I loved the structure of it. I loved the service of it. I loved everything about it. It was something that was definitely needed. And I built my companies around that. And like Adam
Yes.
said, it's not just one, it's two, probably soon to be three. So it is just a matter of me branding myself and
Mhm.
offering those services through my company. So
Right.
I'm going to give Maya the platform to go last and open ended on this one because I know she's got a
Sure.
great answer, but
Oh,
I'm
you
going
do.
to answer first. I'm going to answer before Maya
Sure.
because, like I said, this blends the last question and this one together. So, Leonard, however you say your name, listen carefully. Network marketing is by far the best way to prepare if you're going to open a regular non-network marketing business because all the strategies you need to make your brick and mortar or service business successful can be learned by making your network marketing business successful. And it's easier in the network environment than it is when you go it alone. There's less upfront layout, there's less expense. You get coaches given to you instead of having to go and pay an attorney for your legal advice and pay an accountant for your bookkeeping advice. There's a lot less expense and you get to learn everything you will need to make your business. And this is from someone who's owned five, okay?
Mhm.
Um, to make your business successful, you can learn everything you need to know from network marketing.
So I don't have a whole lot to add. The only thing that I want to add is, yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of teaching. We have a lot of things that can be transferable to brick and mortar. My husband is one example. We have a brick and mortar company, and he used a lot of the information that we provide to help his company grow. And the other thing that, that's something that maybe we haven't touched about is that you can grow your business in network marketing, get some additional income, and that income you can in turn invest in your new brick and mortar, because we all know it costs a lot of money to have a brick and mortar company. So grow your network marketing. A lot of people actually get out of brick and mortar to become a network
Well,
marketer.
it goes both ways. It
And
goes
you
both
can
ways.
go, but you can go both ways. For instance, we were always talking about variety of income opportunity in our financial fitness program. So maybe you want to be a franchisee of McDonald's or something like that. Well, for that, you need a lot of money to invest in. Well, come be a network marketer with us, or with other network marketing. Grow your income, save that money, go and buy a franchise for McDonald's. That's another way to bring another source of income. We're all about investment is important, but you unfortunately need to have money first to invest. So yeah, so to your answer, the answer is yes, it will help you tremendously with whatever business you decide to do.
One more thing that I want to add that I didn't touch on is that I have found that the training through network marketing, two things, training through network marketing is phenomenal.
Yes.
I have benefited much more with the training that I get through my network marketing companies than I ever learned in corporate America.
Agreed.
And I think the reason is because when you're in network marketing, your mentors truly, truly, truly want you to succeed. And you are learning from people that have already proven that these methods work. So I think the training in network marketing is phenomenal because you're learning from people who have already experienced and used these tools. Where in corporate America, you are getting training from people that haven't necessarily been out in the field doing what you are doing. So
Right.
I think that's something else that
And
is a plus with the training in network
right.
marketing.
Plus, they're not incentivized necessarily to help you. That's kind of
Yes.
what we're talking about. The
Yep.
mentors. Well, the mentors are not there because they just want to help you. They're getting incentivized to help you. The more you're successful, the more your mentor is successful. There's not many industry. My husband's been in the specialty light industry for many, many years. There is no mentor who can help him, and plus, why would someone want to help him? Because you
Mhm.
basically, if he can, he's basically a competitor, right?
Right.
So that's kind of the cool thing about network marketing is we are incentivized, A, by bonuses, and B, the more you're successful, the more I'm successful. So
Right.
so just that's a phenomenal form of business for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Okay.
agree.
Time for me to chime in again. Here goes the famous Adam rant.
Okay.
Maya's never been in one of these rants yet, but the
Looking
training,
forward to it.
the training that comes from network marketing is both incredible and it's also overwhelming. And the reason that it's overwhelming, and Maya smiled, she knows exactly where I'm going with this, is there might be too much of it, believe it or not. Every network marketing group has events. They have events on
Yes.
YouTube and Clubhouse and Facebook and well, you can't do an event on Twitter, but Instagram, Instagram Lives. There's about 50 platforms that every single network marketing company, no matter how big or small, they invented what's called the rah-rah session. Now, what's
Mm-hmm.
funny is the rah-rah session is 90% fluff and 10% incredibly important information.
Mm-hmm.
So a coach, whoever your mentor is, whoever brought you in, needs to teach you the difference so that you're not spinning your wheels, wasting your time, or having pie in the sky ideas that aren't going to work. What you need to do is when you sit down to listen to the rah rah session that is for your network marketing group, no matter what it is, whether it's Amway, Herbalife, Life Super App, Credit Cleaner, I know about 100. I could keep going for half an hour. They all do the same thing, and they all have that annual big rah-rah session where they invite everybody who's ever heard of their product to come to Vegas or come to Florida or come to Arizona
Mm-hmm.
or come to California to hear someone who made it really big without even trying speak for half an hour about how they made it really big without even trying. And that's not the reality. It's a great dream, but it's not the reality. Maya said it 6 or 7 times in this episode. Kim has
Yep.
said it 3 or 4 times. I said it right up front. It's a lot of work. It's a lot
Yes.
of work. You can be incredibly successful, but it's a lot of work. I'm not going to get up there like the old Amway superstars, the double diamonds, as they call them, used to get up there and go, "This is my wife, Angie. And we started doing Amway. We blinked and there was $40 million in our living room. And now we drive Mercedes. Our 3-year-old has a BMW. I don't need to hear this. I don't need to hear this. What I need to
Yeah.
hear is, how did you reach out to your first customer to get them involved? And how did you convert the customer into someone in your downline who's also selling the product?
Right.
I don't need to hear what you have because I don't have it.
Yes.
It doesn't inspire me. If anything, it makes me feel it's out of my reach
Right.
because you came on a private jet and I had to pay $700 to sit in the back of coach 3 inches from the bathroom.
Mm,
I don't need the rah rah. I need the info.
right.
This is my rant. This is my only drawback to network marketing.
So I didn't. I gotta say that I haven't been in many networking marketing. This is my first, and I haven't seen that at all.
No,
If
Life Super App
anything,
actually does things a little different, which is
yeah.
kind of
If
cool. They do more
anything,
one-on-one
Oren
training.
and Chris, Oren and Chris, we have a lot of audios that, and they tell you how long it take, and it took them a lot longer than a lot of people on the Life app right now because they started, with variety of other networking that didn't work quite that well. And so they tell you all the stories about how they were driving, Oren keeps saying about his car that had no, board at the bottom and
Yeah, his Volkswagen with a hole in the floor. I
yeah,
know
the
the
hole
story.
in the floor. Exactly. So no,
But
you're not gonna hear people say they did it overnight because people don't do it overnight.
Right. But you
And
do
it
hear
really
it.
depends on the company that you choose to align
Bingo.
yourself with.
True.
And you have to have the right fit. There are some
Right.
people that are motivated by exactly what Adam said. I'm not one of them. You
Yeah.
give me too much hype and too much fluff, and you're selling me a timeshare and you're sending up all the balloons as soon as I sign out on the dotted line.
Yeah.
That isn't for me.
Mm-mm.
There,
Kim and I think alike that way. We don't want to hear the rah rah. We want to hear the bottom line.
right,
I'm very much like you guys. Yes, I like the bottom line. Draw me the line and tell me what I need to do, and I'll decide whether I want to do it or not. So
exactly.
yeah, we definitely tell you as it is. And I actually tell people that I'm signing as member. If you're not going to work there, please don't sign. If you're not going to work it, please don't sign. Stay as a customer. Enjoy the app as a customer. It's an awesome app, but don't join. I don't want you.
Right.
Don't
With
spend.
Life Super App, I'll say this, and I'm not even in it. I have not joined yet. A
Yes.
friend of mine did. I said yet. A good friend of both of ours, Tony, already joined. I know that. But the
Yes.
fact of the matter is that if you're in a position where the store's on the list and you use Groupon, and forget the timeshare part because that's not for everybody, but it is for the people who travel. And it's an amazing
Yes.
opportunity for people who actually travel.
Hmm.
If you're going to use just a few of these things, it pays for itself. It literally,
True.
technically, in the balance book, is free,
It is free.
because you're going to save more than what you spent to be a Life Super App user or
Right.
customer.
Right.
So, it's one of those few products where your life itself will end up paying for it rather than your money will, because you'll save within the first
Right.
90 days, you'll probably save enough to pay the cost.
Right.
It's not, like we said, it's not a prohibitive cost to be a
Right.
member of Life Super App. And we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. Actually, I want
Sure.
to end the show with a little more detail and you sending people to your link, and so they can read more and learn more, and maybe even
Hmm.
get in touch with you if they're lucky and privileged the way we are. Um,
Well, that actually leads into our last and final question. It's from Priscilla in South Dakota. How much should it cost to get into network marketing?
Yes, so I
Great
think
question.
we cover it a little bit or a few times. So it shouldn't cost a lot. That's kind of tell, I think. It shouldn't cost a whole lot. I call it a nice dinner. Some It shouldn't be a whole lot. I talked to a variety of people who are doing network marketing. It's usually a few $100s, no, not more than that. There is networking marketing that do investments, so sort of investment like land investment and things of that nature. That's different. If you invest in coins, so there's people who do exchange in coin, things of that nature, then it's different because you're investing money to make money off of certain thing. But
Right.
generally, it's a low cost, should be a low cost to get into. Ours is very, very low, but again, it depends what you're interested in. So yeah, it's a low
Yep.
cost.
And I think when somebody is investing, and that's what I want to call it, an investment
It is
into
an
their
investment.
own
Right.
business, that's what you're doing when you join a network marketing company, you are opening up your own business.
Hmm.
You need to take a look at what you are getting for that. What
Right.
is your risk? How soon will you get a return on your investment? The companies that I'm most recently involved with were zero cost. Did not cost me anything to open up my business and open up my doors and be able to provide credit consulting or credit repair services. My credit consulting company, I was looking for a way to brand my company, and I stumbled upon a marketing company that
Mhm.
my credit consulting company became a customer of my marketing company, which in turn was $0 investment. So now I have two separate entities that are both network marketing that I have built successful businesses off of,
Mhm.
and I'm now teaching other people to do the same exact thing. And those were
Yes,
zero investment. So
phenomenal.
whenever you're confronted with a price to enter a network marketing company, what are you getting for that
For it.
price?
Yes. Right.
Are you
Right.
getting product? Sometimes if you're
Right.
selling a product, you buy your initial
Right.
kit with all of the products in it.
Right.
What's the value of that kit? So
Right. Right.
take a
So
look at
as you mentioned, yeah,
what,
I wanted to explain a little bit. Yes. So the initial is also you get the app, the 1 month subscription, and then you get the accelerator, which teaches you a lot about the app and general information about, businesses and stuff. So it's not just money that you throw away; it's money that help you create the business. And also, obviously, you own the subscriptions, so that's part of basically what you're going to pay. And so, as you were so right, most of them are, those, it's either to subscribe to whatever that networking marketing offer, could be some education that they offer. It really depends on the company that you pick to be in, but yeah, usually it's not just money just to be part of it. Yes, true.
exactly.
I want to give Maya the floor again to tell people how they can get a hold of her to become part of the Life Super App team, user and or business opportunity, or both.
Yes. Well, I didn't come prepared for that, but
Oh, come on now. You have your Supergirl uniform under there, don't you?
yeah, of course. What do you mean? I'm gonna turn
Always, we always have our
around.
cape on.
So definitely look for me on LinkedIn. I'm definitely there. You can reach me at my email, mayacalev@hotmail.com. You have my name right there. Yeah, send me emails or via LinkedIn. Would love to connect.
It'll
And
all be in the description box. I'm going to
we
put all
put
that
it
info
in the
into the description box
Yep.
under
for
this
sure.
video.
For sure. And then definitely reach to me, and yeah, I'll walk you through. I would love to explain the opportunity and the actual platform to you in depth. So for sure, I would love
Well,
to talk to
Maya, you had me at Kohl's, so we'll be talking.
Why do you think I said Coles? Um,
you. Yes. And we love stacking. So if you have Cole's money and
Oh,
Cole's
I always have
fun,
Kohl's cash. Yep.
yes, Cole's catch. We have stacking, so you can definitely stack. We say save the most that you can.
right.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Part of
Right
Life
back into
Super App.
U Inc., right? Love
Yep.
that. U
Yes,
Inc.
put that
Yep.
in you ink.
Well,
Maya,
again, I'm gonna promote U Inc., U University, which we talked about at the very beginning,
yeah.
education opening doors.
Education,
Education
absolutely.
doesn't have to come from a school. It has to come from you choosing to learn more about things. The
Yes.
internet is the biggest library there is. There is
Mm-hmm.
nothing you can't learn if you take the time to go and study it.
Right.
So you have U University, and you
Yes.
have U Inc., and you have
Yes.
U Bank, and you have U Life. And all
Yes.
four of them are incredibly important. And I say invest in all four as much as you can.
Yes. Yeah. Benjamin Franklin say, pour your wallet into your brain, and nobody can ever take it away from you. One of the smartest men ever alive. So yes, pour everything you can. You invest in yourself. We say put 10,000 hours to become an expert in any field. So yeah, put
Yeah.
all the information, grow yourself, and you'll make much, much more for sure.
Maya, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you. I know you gave great information to our audience, and I'm super excited that you were able to be here. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
And
inviting me.
for any of our audience that has questions, Adam, how do they reach us?
Last week I said carrier pigeon, but I'll let that one go. They can send their questions to questions at cruisingintoabetterfinancialfuture.com. Now, that's not cruising, CRUIS. It's CRUZ, like Kim here, cruising into a better financial future. Or they can look under the video in the description box and send their questions directly to Kim or directly to me, as both of our emails are there. If you want to learn more about the Life Super app and become part of Maya's team and start your own
Yes.
business with the Life Super app, her information will be in that description box as well. And we are going to have some important guests. I want to get people hyped up. In the next 2 weeks, we have the following people on our show. So everybody look forward to former morning news show host Rafer Weigel is
Wow.
coming up next week. Right after him, musician, magician, famous entrepreneur Ken Newman is going to be on. And right after that, the Sun Man himself, Scott Sully Sullivan, is going to be here. This is a man who worked at Enron when the rug was yanked out of him and corporate America collapsed on top of him. His pension was gone, his 401k was gone, because as we all know, Enron was totally put out of business and all assets seized.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went from providing electricity through Enron to providing solar power through the company he's with now. And he's never looked back and he's never had it better than now because he's taught people how to avoid what Enron and other companies like that do to you. They charge you for something that they don't have to pay for. And
Mm-hmm.
with solar, you generate your own and can even get money back from those companies because you can sell your overage to them. So we have some really great guests coming up, and we've
Yes.
rescheduled. We have an expert in health insurance coming up in the next few weeks. I'm looking forward to that. I have
Yep.
an attorney that is a consumer rights attorney in a very non-consumer rights state, the state of Kansas, and he's going to be on also toward the end of this month. So, we're looking very forward. We have a long list of guests. Maya, you've been incredible, a wealth
Thank
of
you.
information today.
Thank
And I
you.
want you to stick around for a couple of minutes after the show because we do this
Sure.
little thing that Kim and I do with our guests after the show. It's about 5 minutes,
Sure.
but I think I might be able to help boost your current situation with some of the products that I offer. And I don't talk about them. I don't promote myself. I do promote USFA, but I don't promote myself a whole lot when we're talking about, and Kim doesn't promote her interests either. We're more about promoting our guests and getting the information that our guests give to people. So
Mhm.
after the show is when we get to talk about what we actually do. And what I
Nice.
do is usually fly around over the city and check for no, that's Superman.
That's Batman.
No, or Batman or Daredevil. They all kind of do the rooftop thing.
Sure.
But until next time, because it's not even a week, we're doing 2 a week these days.
Yep.
But until next time, I want to wish everybody just the health, wealth, and happiness that they deserve. And we'll see you next time when we keep cruising into a better financial future.
Thanks,
Kim?
everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of Cruising into a Better Financial Future. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss a future episode. We'll see you next time. Bye.